In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a Dubuye carbon steel pan to stir fry some vegetables. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Stir frying vegetables in a carbon steel pan like the Dubuye, a French carbon steel pan, is really easy. What I'm going to use some grapeola, 100% grapeseed oil. I'm going to pour a little bit in here, about that much. I'm going to turn the heat on high, about 8 on a gas stove. We're going to let that heat up, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some onions that I chopped up, about a quarter of an onion, white onion. Use whatever you have, a red, yellow, white onion. What I did the night before is I got some organic chicken and I cut it into small cubes, maybe ½ inch in square, and I soaked it in some teriyaki, Kinkelman's teriyaki sauce. Let's see if you can see that right there, overnight to marinate it. And it's going to turn out great because I've used this before. So let's move this around a little bit. I want to get it really hot before I put in the onions. And what I also did on the side, I'm going to add at the very end, I'm going to add some onions, dried or fried onions. I guess they're fried. They come in a package and it looks like this. These are the French crispy onions, the original. And they last a long, long time. It goes like good on everything. In salads, gets a little crunch to the food. All right, let's put the onions in right here. I'm using grapeseed oil rather than olive oil because what it does is a higher smoke point. And this is the Helen Chen. You can see the name here. I got a couple of these. I got a small one, and then I have a larger one. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, larger one. This is a Helen Chen. These are made out of bamboo, and I love these for stir frying, either in a wok or in a carbon steel pan. I have a wok, but today I'm going to show you how to do it in a Dubuye pan. So I'll be right back. What I want to do is I want to brown the onions, and then I'll add the meat in, and I'll cook that so it's tender, so all the redness is gone in the inside. Then I'll empty that out, and then I put my vegetables in. And I'll show you step by step how to make this. It's really easy and really inexpensive. By the way, I think I bought that package of vegetables for $1.79. So if you add in the meat, 30 cents of meat maybe, $2 and all the rest of the stuff, the teriyaki sauce, the dried onions at the end, the onions here, probably about $2.50 per meal. It's very, very healthy for you. So again, I'll be back. Let me brown these up a little bit more, and we'll continue on with this super duper cooking demonstrations using the Dubuye carbon steel pan. You can see that the onions are beginning to brown really nicely. So we're going to push those off to the side a little bit. I do the same thing in a wok. We're going to do the same thing here. And now I'm going to take my chicken that I've marinated overnight. Put that in. And we're going to move that around a little bit. I might put a little bit more oil in there. That's more than enough. The nice thing about this bamboo spatula is that you can scrape against this carbon steel pan and you can loosen any food that's stuck to the bottom, and it's really hot because it's almost burning my hand. It's coming along really nicely. We just keep flipping it over and moving it around a little bit. I don't want to overcook the chicken. Yet I want to make sure that it's done. You've got to be real careful with it. All the food I use in all my cooking here demonstrations. It's all non-GMO, and I use as much organic as I possibly can. I don't like Monsanto because of Agent Orange and GMO foods, genetically modified. I don't believe it. I believe it's not. I don't think it's healthy for you. And to them, it's all about money. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little spice to the meat. I got some this Weber's kick-ass, no, kickin' chicken, not kick-ass, kickin' chicken seasoning. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the. That's enough. You can have. Sometimes you get a tendency to over-spice things, and then the natural flavor of the meat or the vegetables doesn't come through. Okay, you can see this is still a bit red inside. Sometimes I'll cut it in half like that and take a look at what it looks like on the inside. Boy, it's hot. Woo. Now I'm going to mix the onions in with it so that the flavors go everywhere in this pan. Scrape this down a little bit. This is the seasoning I put in. It'll all come out easily. All right, I think that's about it. Let me cut one more piece of meat in half here a little. Yeah, it's done. I don't want to overcook it. So I'm going to take that now, and I have a plate off to the side. We're just going to put that in a plate there. All right, right there. Here's a plate. I'm going to keep that off to the side, right there. I'll put that in later. So, right now, let's put the vegetables in. Quite a bit. By the way, this has got, let's see what it's down there. They'll empty this out. There's something in the bottom here and get out. There you go. It's got 1 cup, they say it's 6 carbohydrates, but it has 2 grams of fiber. So you subtract the 2 and the 6, so you wind up with 4 grams of carbohydrates. And maybe with everything we put in here, you might have, per cup, maybe 6 grams total. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of water, just kind of add it in the top. And just a touch of oil. That's good. Now we're going to start moving this around a little bit so that it all gets the oil on it. It's going to turn out fine. So if you don't have a wok, use your carbon steel pan by Dubouillet. It works out great. You know, you wind up using what you got. All right, I'm going to let that cook a little bit, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. This is doing very nicely. When you're gone there for a bit, I did use some Himalayan salt, the pink stuff, which I really like. It needed a little salt. And now I'm going to put the meat and the chicken and the onions back in. And we're going to stir it all up so that all the flavors mix together. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, well, this is not a normal stir fry. No, it's not. But it's, if all you have is a pan, like the Dubouillet pan, and these work really great because they really get hot and hold the temperature nicely. This will work fine. It's really an inexpensive meal, easy to make, and it tastes really good. I've had it before. And we're going to leave that in there for a couple of minutes, and it really looks good. So now I got to get my plate back. Leave that set there for a second. what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusty fork, take a piece of vegetable and test it, see if it's done. Oh yeah. All right. All right. So I'm going to take some of this food I just made and put it on a plate here. Just about like that. Okay, that's all I'm going to have. I'm not very hungry tonight. I'm going to leave the rest right there. I'll turn the heat off. And what I'll do now is I'll put some of the onions on top. And man, I'm all set. So there you have it. It's how to make a real quick stir fry in a Dubois carbon steel pan. If you have any questions, leave your comments below or your questions. I have a couple other videos on here to show you some other simple recipes that I've created. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it if you subscribe. I'm going to leave a couple videos up in the corner someplace, and you can take a look at them. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.